Good morning, and this is day 6. We are currently sitting inside the hotel eating breakfast. We have a kind of smorgasbord of items in front of us. We're just going to see what we could try to finish up here, but before we do so, I just kind of want to go into these weird kiwi barons that we got from the market yesterday. So Lynn's kind of been going at it, so let's just get a quick little update on that. One sec while I move the camera. So that's the berry, and
really, really small. It's really cute. Kind of reminds me of a pomegranate with the open thing on the bottom. They legit look like kiwis inside. But, they kind of remind me of grapes and a berry. Maybe it tastes like kiwi. It's too small to tell.
alright. Oh, they're really soft.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. It feels similar. I don't know, it feels like a peach to me, so.
Peaches are fuzzy though. I think.
Yeah, and it tastes like a kiwi. I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well. Anyhow. Well, until we reach the Alps then. So we are here at the bridge now, and we're about to enter. Everything here is self-service, which is kind of neat. So we have a ticket with a barcode on it. You just actually hit the barcode on the little pad over here, as you saw us do at the lift just now, and then it just lets you through, and then you go to the bridge. So let's go check it out. So yeah, that's really intense. That's pretty awesome. I think we're definitely gonna wait around because there's like no one here to take photos of just us on the bridge. I think that's gonna be awesome. So. All right, cool. Check back in a moment, or do you want to walk onto the bridge?
I don't mind walking on the bridge. There's already people on there anyways. With your ticket, you can leave the bridge portal here and step inside once again with the same ticket. Okay. This is cool. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh man. I looked down and everything in my body tightened just now. That's why I went before I came up. Wow, look at this view. Look at this view. How does it feel, Cheryl? Have you looked down yet? Yeah, I was about to say it's a little. Can't tell. It's hard. It's hard walking in the middle. Wow, look at the castle from here. That's so cool. Oh, it's very wobbly. Yeah. Oh, but look at the mountains over there. Yeah. My palms are sweaty and my knees are wobbly a little bit, but that's only because of how shaky the bridge is. Guten Morgen. And it's a little intense when you look down. It makes you a little dizzy. Right. Oh, there is a cleaning team. But to be honest, this is really cool. I gotta say, I love the fact that it's self-service. I love the fact that it feels like a very well-maintained bridge. Because of a geocache that's on here, which I'm sure I've passed by now, I'll be able to get my geocache in Austria, which is nice. But yeah, we'll see.
Alright, so I am actually standing practically in the middle of the Highland Bridge. As Lynn was mentioning earlier, it was opened in 2014. It's the world's longest hanging bridge. So it literally is just hanging. I said it was a suspension bridge earlier, and I was wrong. But it's based on a Tibetan hanging bridge. It's made of all metal, and it's super wobbly here. As the wind goes, I could feel the wobble. Actually, it's probably coming through on the camera, I can't tell. But if the camera's wobbling, it's because I'm going up and down as well. Yeah, and the crazy thing is when you look down, you can see through the floor. It's just a grating. So if you have like a fear of heights, this is definitely not something that you'd want to do. But it is pretty amazing, and the view is spectacular. I should say we're not the only people on the bridge as well. And as people are walking off or through the bridge, you could feel the wobble of the, like, as they put weight on one foot over another. And yeah, it's just pretty amazing. Like, I don't know how to describe it elsewise. I think there's a shooting range right down there, like a gun range. Never seen one in a foreign country before, so that's pretty interesting. At least it could also be a archery range, but I think there's a skeet shooting range. It looks like they have a bunch of places for you to stand, and it looks like there's a little house that would shoot off skeet, but that's kind of interesting. And then just the view of the rest of the mountains as you look around is quite amazing. So yeah, good stuff. Alright, I think I'll check back in when we get to the Alps. Or I guess technically we are in the Alps. I'll check back in a moment.
So we have made it to the next place, which is the cable car that goes up a really big mountain. It's in the sun right now, so I don't know how well you can see it, but it's up there. And that's the train that you can take in order to get here. And now we're gonna head on out, get our tickets to ride the cable car. Pretty exciting stuff. This place is beautiful. Apparently, that's considered part of the Alps, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna be walking up in the Alps, where there's plenty of snow. So, you know. We'll check in later.
And we are in Zugspitze now. We're on the German side of the Zugspitze Mountain, I think it is. I'm not actually sure what the mountain's called, but it's really tall. I think it's the world's longest cable car or gondola car ride up, and I guess it's longer than the Austrian side because it splits two countries, so you could actually go up on either side, and we decided to come back to Germany from Austria to go up on the German side, which is the Eibsee side, I believe. Maybe we're in the town of Eibsee. Everything's called Eibsee here, so I'm not 100% familiar. The cable car is huge, and or the gondola is huge, and it's really pretty looking. You could see two countries, or I think three countries, from the peak of this mountain that we're going up, and everything so far. The drive here has been beautiful. Like, all the views have been just gorgeous. Let you know that the tickets to go up this thing, though, is like 50 euros, so it's a 10-minute ride. So it is a little bit costly, but I think it's gonna be worth every penny. All right, well, check back in a moment here.
All right, after descent and many stairs, we're at the summit of the Alps. It is amazing.
So, obviously, I am in America right now, in my house actually. I just noticed that as I was editing this video that you cannot hear anything I say when I'm up on the mountain because of the wind noise. So, I mean, I have no idea what I said. I don't remember. I do remember seeing a snowplow machine, which was really neat, and the guys that were running it in order to kind of like clean off the snow from the top of this resort, perhaps we could call it, and the views were just phenomenal. The ride up was super smooth. There's like a square hole in the gondola, so you could see down, straight down as you're going up or down, and that was pretty interesting. We did end up going to a restaurant there where I got a borscht and a special German dish that was up there. It was something sweet. Mom wanted to try it. I forget the name, but it had raisins and like cinnamon in it, I believe. And that was really good. We just had a little snack up there because it was super cold. Walking around and checking out all the scenery is amazing. There was this little section that Lynn tried to go to where you could literally get to the peak of Mount Zugspitze, and that would be the highest point in all of Germany. But it also said that it required you you have to have like alpine hiking and mountain climbing training, or that suggested. Lynn, when she went, she saw people there that definitely were kind of like in high heels or sandals trying to get up, which maybe that's just the normal job for that, but I mean, you know, I wasn't going to attempt it, and Lynn tried to go down one step, and then she was already slipping off the ladder, and she's like, no, I'm not going to do this. Turn around and came back. But the views are amazing from up here. And so it was just a gorgeous and cold time. The fact that you could go over to Tyrol, Austria, just by simply walking over to there is really amazing. I mean, it's, you know, one of those borders that's shared on top of a mountain. So you literally could just walk across a bridge and you're in Austria, and walk back across the bridge and you're in Germany. And that was really cool. So the place where I was filming, where it was super windy, was actually on the Austrian side. But anyhow, the next time we're going to check in here, I believe we're going to be at the bottom of the gondola. So we'll check back in a moment. Alright, back at the bottom of the mountain. Really bright up here. The mountain's right there behind me. And we are now going to go grab a quick bite at some sort of hot dog stand or something, my mom was saying. A food stall. Before going to a famous gorge in the area to go check that out. Being that it is cloudy, I am kind of worried about that. We're going to have to get there quite quickly, otherwise there's just not going to be anything for any light for cameras to capture. Really, I do have my tripod, so I might be able to do a long exposure, but aside from that, I filmed the entire trip down on the gondola, so that was pretty cool. Might make that its own video. Other than that, gorgeous area. And check back in a moment. Alright, so back again real quick here. Apparently I didn't do any A-roll of the restaurant that we went to, or the little snack that we had. Mom said it was like a hot dog stand or something like that. It actually wasn't. It was a full-blown restaurant. K. Vendel and Imbliss, I think it was. I can't remember 100%, but it was this kind of cheaper end restaurant. I don't even know what to call them. Almost like a diner-esque, maybe? Or like it wasn't Denny's, because it's like a mom and pop type shop. But it was, yeah, I guess diner is probably the best way to put it. That was just kind of in the middle of us going back from Germany to Austria. It was on the German side, I will say that. And it also had the friendliest waiter, I guess you'd call him. It was the dude behind the counter. So the way that it worked was you walked up to a counter, you ordered your food, and then you went to your table, and then he would serve the food to your table. And what we got there was a half a chicken with french fries, I believe. Ling got a pasta of sorts, and I got kind of a like special hamburger with a special type of cheese in it. It was like a blue cheese with berries in it. So it was decent. It wasn't bad at all. But yeah, it was a good time. Lynn got a special soda that they had there. And after that, we tried to make our way over to the gorge, which you'll see here in a moment. So yeah, we'll check back in at the gorge.
Alright, so we have finally made it to the hiking section of getting to the gorge. We are unfortunately too late for the waterfall. Closed at 6. Apparently there's like an information booth or something that leads you to it. But we're having a really hard time locating where this was. We were supposed to have an hour really to explore, but it took us a little over a half an hour to figure out where everything was. And because of that, that really cut into our exploration time. So anyways, now we're walking. Should only be about 500 meters from where we parked. Really nice hike. More later. So we got to Innsbruck fairly early today, which means that we have a chance to walk around at night and see a bunch of different things in a different light. That's what we're doing here right now. I know my mom went back to the hotel just to eat some food, but we're doing all right. Seems to be a very popular place, but I think this will look pretty much the same during the daytime, but I don't know, at night it's pretty impressive because of all the lights.
And I think this is going to end the night. We are in Innsbruck. I am currently standing in downtown in front of a Tyrolia. It's a bookstore, and we're just finishing off our night here. We checked into the hotel, and I don't think we actually got into the fact that we went to the gorge, or found the gorge, on the Austrian side. We did want to go to the German side apparently, but we couldn't find the entrance to it, so that was kind of a bummer. And the big difference there would be that the German side had all the planks and everything kind of made out of wood, kind of like in the, was it Memphis, Tennessee? How they have that one kind of fencing, or it's against the rock face where it goes out into to a river. But this is a gorge over here in Austria, and it goes all the way to Germany, and it's kind of that same idea where they have some sort of platform that you could walk on that goes out from a rock face, and you could see down into the gorge. Now the Austrian side is all made of metal, whereas the German side, like I was saying before, was all made of wood. Because we had such a hard time finding it, we only had like an hour before the park closed, and what we ended up doing was actually being in there. We spent 40 minutes looking for the place, so we only had about 20 minutes. We literally just parked and ran into the Austrian side. Didn't really care, just wanted to see what the gorge looked like at that point. Mom was pretty bummed about it, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. After that, we just came straight and checked into the hotel, the AC Hotel, run by Marriott. Super nice place. After checking in, we dropped off our luggage and started walking in downtown. I started taking some photos. If anything comes out, I guess I'll just put it at the end here. But yeah, walking down here, I keep looking over at the the world's smallest Hard Rock Cafe, in my opinion, that is. It's cute. It's really cool though. And this whole strip here in Innsbruck that I'm walking on is really nice. I am surprised at how much light is here in front of this Tyrolia bookstore, but I mean, it works perfectly for what I'm doing here. And then we grabbed a few hot dogs from a hot dog stand. Don't know if that's gonna come out, but here we go. And we're gonna eat those for dinner. It's about 9 o'clock, a little past 9, and I'm headed back towards the hotel room. Mom's already there. I have no idea where Len is at the current moment, but this is pretty much where I'm gonna go ahead and end the night. All right, good night.